Well, let's see how this goes. I got the bearings on. Got to lift it up. I think too high, but what can you do? At least I can get the bolts all set up, and then when I set it down, it should be able to just make it tilt. So we'll see. Well, I got the first drum in. Bearings on, tightened up. I haven't locked these in yet, but I got them fairly close. My clearance is like nothing. That bolt's gonna get worn from the mud sticking to this. I might have to take, I can't even take that nut out, that bolt out now because this is in there. I never thought of that. Never thought of that at all. Might have to take the washer out, stick it on that side. That's unfortunate. It'll wear on the underside because it's going to be going forward. It's going to be coming up unless I put a scraper there. But then I got these gussets on the backside. Yeah, I'm not really too sure what I'm going to do with that. Oh my goodness. I'm an idiot. It'll give me an extra 1/4 inch if I take that washer out. I might have to do that. That sucks real bad. Well, it's off the blocks. Had to get some help to get these stupid things lined up. They're about as lined up as they're gonna get, but haven't tightened up my hydraulic cylinders yet, or the hoses to the cylinder. Got everything. I need to get better greasers. That one wouldn't even take any grease, and I look at it and it's way too short and fat. I also need to get a new grease coupler on my grease gun. But here's something I did not expect. It's pretty much level, equally balanced. Once I get the axle and stuff on it though, it'll be back heavy. I just need to weld on these two end plates. Go on right there. Put those crossbars up here, cut and weld them for reinforcement. But I got it greased a little bit right now. I'm gonna go take the tractor and just drive it around the yard. Try and pivot everything, get stuff to move. And then I'll come back, grease it again. Probably cut those long bars today, get them put on, weld it on. And these two end caps, probably do those as well. But I definitely want to try and drag this thing around the yard, see what how much tractor it'll need to pull. It's pretty solid right now for the yard, but I was kind of hoping to have this thing done when the yard was real soft so that I could drive it around and push everything down into the ground. But yep, I'm gonna go get the tractor. Well, it's hooked up to the tractor and it was pulling, but I tightened up these bolts too much. I think I gotta get rid of this big washer and take one of the other 1/4 inch washers that I took off from the front and then cut the hole bigger, because I can't tighten this bolt too tight because the bushing well, I can't tighten it too tight because it grabs the bars, and I want it to grab the bushing instead of the bar, because it doesn't, with the way it's set up, it doesn't have to be tight like this way. It just has to be tight like right here on the bolt, because the bars and stuff will take the weight. But right now I got it cut that so I can keep my other piece of steel, put it there, weld it on. But the reason why I discovered that I can't tighten these too much was I was driving it around, you can see, and I tried to get it to lean over. I went over a little bit of a pile, and this one was super rigid, and this was the easy one. So I gotta tighten them, well, more than hand tight, but that's why I think I have to get rid of that big washer, so I can crank this bolt super tight and it can still move this way. So I got that bushing in there to wear out instead. But no, it seems to work. I definitely need mud scrapers though, because like it gets pretty packed up right away. And it's not as heavy as I was hoping it was gonna be. It's just leaving like little dimples. I don't know if the ground's just super hard, but when it gets chewed up, it starts pushing in. Anywho, I gotta cut the other one now. That one's pretty bad. Getting some more done. I welded on the ends. And then filled in that top plate out of 3/8, trying to keep the rigidity because it was open like that. But I'm having super bad problems right now with this weld cracking on both sides. I've cut it out and then re-welded it 2 times now, and I just don't know how to prevent it from cracking. It does it like within the first 30 seconds. Oh, and I put 2 more gussets on crooked, but I have to go and deliver fertilizer to this drill. But I'm super thirsty, so I'm going to get a drink. So good thing I welded on these bottom gussets, because it turns out those horizontal ones right here, I didn't even have this bottom plate welded to this. I was waiting for when this thing was standing up. And I also actually just remembered right now, I got a weld down here too. Oh, I already did that one. Maybe I have to do the inside. Yeah, I gotta do the inside one. I haven't done yet. So I gotta bring the welder back over here. Man, this went back and forth about 5 times now. I definitely need to figure these out still. Cracked welds. Because I want to take a plate, kind of like put it here. Like actually I could just go straight across, it'll do the same thing. Coco! Go get him? Got a bad coyote problem. So yeah, like I was saying, I have to figure out how to weld this without having it crack, because I thought I filled it up fairly well. You can see that. And it still cracked on me. And I hit it with a needle scaler, trying to alleviate any tensions. But yeah, kind of at a loss. I can take a 3/8 plate and put it on the bottom though. as well over here, because this thing only goes like straight vertical. So it'll be like from there. So I can put a flat plate. No, kitty. Huh. So I've been doing some figuring. And with this bar, cut it a little bit too long. Because when I put it up here, it's not quite flush. So I gotta cut her a little bit shorter. I'm debating if I put a plate on that end or if I just weld it like that. I'm thinking I'm just gonna weld it like that. I don't think it's gonna give me any extra strength if I put a plate there. But I'm gonna try and use the chop saw instead of the plasma cutter. Chop saw will be easier, make a cleaner cut. But the plasma cutter did a nice first rough cut. And I got all that tubing to use now for something. Don't know what yet though.